Like,
so I could stab him in the head.
yeah,
right
you know,
in the head.
yeah. See, the face that she did.
I don't live my life for myself or my children to be a statistic. I want a kiss. I said, are you ready to have sex?
At 13?
My aunt was like, well, Melissa, you don't know what you just did. You broke some generational curses here.
Yeah. So, thank you for coming to another episode of Chat It. For everybody listening on Amazon Prime, Spotify, Apple Music, watching on YouTube. Oh, I feel like I'm psyching her out right now.
You are.
But yeah, for everybody listening, thank y'all for listening. For those watching on YouTube, hope it looks good for you. And yeah, what's your first name? What's up?
Molissa.
Molissa. Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you for meeting with me. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
So, what do you do?
I am an analyst.
Analyst.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Billing contracts. Analyst.
Billing. What does that mean?
I work for a fuel company in the fuel industry, so I compile reports to say how many major oils, how many sites, this is how much they should be billed, and as well as direct customers. We work on a cloud service, like we have an iCloud, a Google Cloud, but it's a cloud for gas stations where they can manage their business remotely. Okay,
so I'm thinking there's like a hub somewhere and they're managing everybody else?
Well, it's more like through their cash register, one of them.
Gotcha.
So they could do price changes, fuel changes, check their employees' hours, set up speed keys. It's a lot to a gas station.
It seems like it. I didn't know that. Okay. Did you know that before you started?
No, I did not. Even when you go to the gas station, the humps in the ground, those are tanks. Not just only fuel tanks, but they monitor the levels of fluid, if there are any leaks. It's government regulated. So
really?
We provide reporting. If they sign up for our services, we provide the reports that they could provide to the government to make sure they're operating safely. Okay.
Dang, that seems kind of important.
Yeah, it is. It is. It affects the people. It's overwhelming. Really, because there's so many things that could go wrong that people never think about and how it could affect you in your life. Like you always see every few years, like a fuel pump is down, so the gas goes up, but what if it exploded? And what if you had gas in your ground? Or what if something was going on that if you had your remote management software, you would know there was a problem? And it happens, it'll affect so many people. Okay,
I never thought about that.
We don't own the gas, we make the equipment for the companies who own the gas or have gas stations.
Okay.
But I just liked it, and I was the one that wanted to learn it inside and out, front and back. So I made like testing requirements with engineering and work with marketing and sales, and so it's still an ongoing process.
That's what it seems like. Dang, so you kind of doing a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
To say the least.
It was tough at first. It's mainly men in my department, and they're men that are not like me, so there were some things I had to overcome in that. You definitely have to earn your respect, and you really have to work hard, and you have to know exactly what you're talking about, because they're going to question you, and you can't be scared to speak up. As a matter of fact, however it comes out, you have to speak up. So and then there were pay issues.
By pay issues, we're talking about
disparities.
How do you deal with that? How do you find that out? Can you say that?
You could tell. You could just tell there is a disparity here.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha.
You could tell. So I called my company's speak up line, and I made a complaint, and they went through it, and they saw what it was, and they rectified the situation. Okay,
that's what's up. So it was kind of like immediate, oh, whoops, my bad, and then give you some more money. Got you. How'd that make you feel?
Bittersweet, because why wasn't it done in the first place? And so ultimately, I should be making more money today than I am because I was behind the curve at that time. You get what I'm saying? So I appreciate you understanding that it should have been adjusted, but why didn't anyone think on their own?
Beforehand.
Of course, a company, you always want to make sure your payroll is as low as possible, and you want to get the most out of your employees, but please be considerate and know that I have a life as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So it was bittersweet, because what if I would have never spoken up for myself, who would have?
Yeah, literally. Yeah. Literally. Okay.
Yeah, seriously.
I understand getting the most out of your employees, you know, but at what cost? In my opinion, whenever it comes to bigger companies, bigger corporations, I think that one, you should always make sure that your employees are not feeling like you're trying to get the most out of them. That goes to you making sure that they're paid equally, you making sure that the work environment is as safe and as comfortable as possible. I have a love-hate relationship with corporations personally, because I know the corporations run the world at the end of the day.
Yes.
But at the same time, I find it bittersweet working under somebody.
Yeah. And you're subject to their opinions and their impressions. And it's a lot of politics. A lot. More than we ever imagined. So, but I'm still here. I do want to start a business, several businesses, but I need to really open my mind and really dig deep to something that will sustain me and my children.
Children? You have multiple?
Yes.
Gotcha.
I have a 4-year-old and a 13-year-old.
How is that, having multiple kids?
I have 2 only children.
Okay.
One is a boy, one is a girl. He's 13. It's like he's the only child. He doesn't have to share anything. My daughter is really not interested in anything he has, and he's not interested in anything she has for the most part. So I have 2 only children.
Huh? That's a different way of putting it. I never heard that.
Yeah, because she doesn't have to share. She's a girl.
Yeah.
You know, they're just like they're siblings, but they're so far apart.
It doesn't really affect each
Right.
other.
Mm-hmm.
How is it having like kids and still going through your career?
Since COVID, it was the worst.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I worked from home in 2018. So, COVID started in 20.
Yeah.
Was it 20?
Yeah, into 2019.
Yeah, so I was already at home. I had a routine. They're going to go to daycare and school, and I'm going to have my day, and it's going to be quiet. But when COVID came and they were in the house with me, I hated it.
Messed everything up.
I hated it.
Why?
Because she wants to type.
Okay.
He needs help with his work, or he sleep when he's supposed to be in class. And it takes away from my focus and my meetings if I have them. So it's a challenge.
It seems like a little bit of a distraction.
Yeah, and then you want to eat breakfast. So now I need to make you breakfast. I got to stop what I'm doing.
It's a lot of
breaking my
responsibility.
concentration. Yeah.
Yeah. Dang.
Yeah.
Being a parent, and me personally, I'm not a parent,
Mm-hmm.
but being a parent seems like a lot of responsibility. And that's something of a commonality that I've seen and just realized, observed.
My goal is to make these people productive citizens and independent citizens.
Yeah.
So that's really hard to really stay on them, to teach them self-discipline.
Mm-hmm.
My son, I haven't done his laundry. He's 13, but I probably haven't done his laundry in about 4 years, maybe more.
Really?
Only because it's time for go to school and he don't have anything to wear. And I said, well, why didn't you tell me you needed your clothes washed?
Right.
How are you going to go to school? You don't have any clothes.
Yeah.
Let me teach you how to wash clothes, so that is never going to be your excuse as to why we're late or why you can't go to school.
Mm-hmm.
So now he knows, even if it's late on Sunday, he knows I'm going to make sure that my laundry is done because I want to have clothes. I don't want to hear my mom's mouth per se. But now you know how to take care of yourself when you need things done. You have a timeline, you know what you need to do.
Okay. You kind of teach him accountability too at the same time.
Definitely. He doesn't have a bedtime. You stay up as long as you want, but you're going to get on this bus, all right? That's how life works. We do what we want when we're adults.
Facts.
We just have to be accountable. I can hang out all night as long as I make it to work. As long as I do things to the best of my ability. And my son is an AB Honor Roll student.
Shout out. Okay, we love it.
And I don't play about that. You can do a lot of things. You can do a lot of anything you want, but you better be smart enough to handle what might come your way, or at least understand what's going on and how to get help or what kind of help you need. Literally. So that's my method.
Okay. Has he ever come to you and said, hey, I need help?
Oh, yeah. Now he's to the point where we do like a little competition, but he'll ask me to help him with his math. But I went to school at a different time than him, so I'm gonna show you my way. Yeah, it's gonna work. Yeah. Now I don't know what you're gonna do when you get to school.
Yeah, because they teach some whole different stuff. Yeah.
But I show him my way, and I do help him when he needs help.
That's what's up.
At this point, he's pretty good. He's in advanced math, so I think he's going to 8th grade. So this school year, I think he's going to do 9th grade math.
First of all, one, shout out to the progress, because not everybody can say the same. Yeah. And two, I want to really just kind of highlight your parenting skills on that, because you encouraging that in a way that seemingly is working out for him, and encouraging his growth and allowing him to feel that there's a safe space in order for him to say, like, hey, Mom, like, I'm having trouble in XYZ. Like, that speaks volumes. Definitely. Because a lot of people can't say the same,
No, and even before, when he started school, I used to buy workbooks. So before he went to kindergarten, I bought the kindergarten workbook. So we worked through that all summer. And before you go to 2nd grade, I'm going to buy you the 2nd grade book. So I always work with him one-on-one as well, so.
Would you ever consider homeschooling if you had the time?
No.
Why?
It's not my forte. Teaching is not my forte. I can reinforce, I can introduce you to it, but fully teaching, I'm not good at it. I don't know if I lack the patience.
You lack the patience.
Or the know-how to teach. Like, my daughter is 4. She wants to read. She's convinced she can read. I read to her all the time. So we started with like easy readers, but I'm like, do I need to teach her how to sound out every letter now? But it's a breakdown to it. And her pre-K teacher was telling me, but I mean, yeah.
It wasn't really like clicking like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna need like a little class to really teach somebody how to read. There are steps.
There are steps.
Yeah. So
my mom's a teacher, and I understand.
Yeah.
I don't know. Teaching takes a different type of breed of person. You know, because like you said, there's a lot of patience that goes into it. Also, it's a different type of understanding of a child, regardless of how old this child is. But a child, you know, and being able to take yourself out of the equation and put yourself in this child's shoes and say, okay, cool, like, what's the best way to teach this person? And I know not all teachers think that way. You know, you have good teachers, you have bad teachers. But at the same time, I think the best teachers are able to do that, where it just makes the whole environment comfortable. The whole point is to make your environment comfortable.
Definitely.
Because then you can thrive.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Life for you. Spell it out for me.
Woo! Woo!
What?
We don't have enough time. We don't have enough time. I went to college. I went to Southern State. I graduated, and I stayed in Greensboro for over 13 years. So I just recently moved back. I moved back home. I wanted to be close to my family. So that's how I got here. And because I work remote, I could live anywhere, basically. So I just wanted to be closer to my family.
That's a lovely job to work remote. That's a privilege.
Yeah.
Low key.
Yeah,
Low
it
key.
is. It is.
So, like, the flexibility of that, have you seen any benefits in your life?
Yes. There are financial benefits, even mental health benefits, because you could be having a rough day in life and you're at work. So you can't just go lay across a chair while you're on break.
Yeah.
You can't just walk around. You can't just fix you a little bowl of ice cream to make you feel better, or whatever the case may be. It's really helped in that aspect. If I need to be here for a delivery, I don't have to call somebody to come to my house, and so it's just so versatile. So COVID didn't really, it affected me because the kids were there, but it didn't affect me because I didn't have to go to work. If I had to go to work, what would I have done? You know, I mean, I know what people did, but I didn't miss anything. We didn't miss out on anything. I worked for a great company, so that was good.
So COVID didn't really hit you as hard as it might have hit somebody else.
Right.
Got you. Yeah, that's a lovely
because I already don't, you know.
Yeah.
So y'all just stay home with me and we're just in the house.
Exactly. So pay didn't slow up or anything along those lines? So because
people still needed gas. And
facts.
People still needed to run their gas stations.
That's job security.
And people still went outside, and so the cash registers were still being used, the dispensers were still being used. Fuel was still moving.
You had a safe industry.
Yeah.
I think it's nice to see other people thriving at the end of the day, especially, and I'll harp on this till the day I die, but especially Black families. You know, there's a lot of us that are struggling. The media especially just paints this picture of like Black people are at the bottom or they need help, etc., and like a lot of us are thriving, you know, a lot of us are really coming up, and so we need to start putting more of a spotlight on that as well, you know, not taking the spotlight away from the people who need it, but at the same time just giving credit where credit is due. Personally.
Beautiful. Yeah, I agree. We started off behind the curve. Well, when we came to America, I feel like we started off. But in the last few years, I think we are making a lot of changes, and we're being noticed and respected more, even though we had to take some of that or demand it. But I definitely agree.
Facts.
I don't live my life for myself or my children to be a statistic.
Exactly.
You know, and I'm raising a Black man in America, and we can't have a statistic. But I tell him these things. He knows this. His father is deceased. He died on a motorcycle accident. You don't have the luxury I don't have the luxury. And it's not that you have a luxury when you have two parents, because things can happen. But you really don't have the luxury. You have one parent. I'm all you got. I got to make sure if something happened to me today, you know how to do your math, so you can handle your accounts.
Yeah.
This is what it's going to be. You can read. You can understand.
Yeah.
You can move around, because you cannot be as you can be, but I'm going to teach you as much as I can, so you don't have to go down those paths, or you don't fit into the statistics of a single mother by 3rd grade, they're building prisons, you know, all these matrices for different things. And I don't want my son to be a part of that as much as I can.
I love that. Have you thought about, and this is just me, you know, throwing out stuff. Have you thought about how some people will try so hard to protect their children to where it isolates their children? In the sense of, like, it kind of thrusts them into more of a different path that you were trying to get them to go on.
Well, I personally feel like I'm a well-rounded person. And I come from a very diverse family. So he can see what one choice might get you versus another through family all the time. So you don't really have to listen to me. He's not a recluse, but I expose him to a lot of things, and I take him to a lot of different environments. Some we can't help, some we can. Some things he needs to see. He does at times act a little entitled. Well,
entitled.
I say entitled. I took him to Vegas.
Shout out that. Okay.
Well, we went for a week, but I wanted to see the Nipsey Memorial.
Okay.
So he was like, "Why are we here? This does not look safe.
Okay.
This is not where we should be." And I get it doesn't look safe, but I don't feel that bad. Like, my grandmother lives in Brooklyn, in the housing projects. Okay. So I didn't like his reaction. It made me feel like now I'm not really showing him the world as much.
For sure.
Because it's only the Nipsey Memorial. It's only a little alleyway, so on and so forth. And it is in the hood, kinda. But I felt like that was something that he needed to see.
Okay.
And you needed to know about this artist, and you need to know about our history. He didn't like that, but that's what I say when I say a little. I felt like how dare you? I was offended.
You were offended?
Yeah. How dare you?
Because he was kind of shunning away a side of black culture.
Yeah, definitely.
Got you. I think, honestly, whenever you grow up in an environment that is safer than others, it kind of blinds you to the other side. And so when you are shown the other side, it's almost like a adverse, automatic, negative reaction. Because, like you were saying, you said, this doesn't feel safe. I think it speaks volumes for this child to say, hey, I don't feel safe. At the same time, like I said, whenever you're in an environment, it's easy to think that this environment is how things is.
Right. But well, I want to speak to that too.
Go ahead.
To the point, he didn't feel safe, but you're going to be places where you don't feel safe. So what are you going to do?
Literally.
You're going to learn. You need to learn to be more alert. What's on this corner? Where did I come from? Where could I go? What could happen? You don't want to do that, but they have terrorist attacks anywhere in the world. We could be somewhere traveling and you really feel safe, and it's a terrorist attack, it's a bombing, it's anything. So what are we going to do? Literally. We don't have time. We don't have time to holler and scream. You can, but you need to be moving or getting away to safety the best way you know how. I mean, honestly, I don't know what else to, you're going to have to get with it. You have to. It's hard to teach
people that. Just people in general,
You got to put them in. I just really put him in situations sometimes. Please, I'm not endangering my child.
For sure.
But sometimes things happen we can't even
control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in a deer hit my car. He was asleep driving, and he started screaming. No, we don't have time for you to scream because we're on the highway. I need you to just be quiet, look around. We got to get out this car right now. Now, when we get on the road, tell me if you still want to holler. It was no more screaming. It's a shock instantly. We don't have time though. So, and I don't know if that's like a survival mindset that I have.
It definitely is.
You could think about it that way. But listen, we don't have time to cry. We don't have time to scream. If you want to make it another day to scream, you got to get out this car. We got to make sure everything is everything. So
literally.
That's kind of how I really teach him a lot.
You know what? My theory is that people who grow up, and I'm gonna use this common analogy of different sides of the tracks, right? People who grow up on one side of the tracks that might require a little bit more alertness, a little bit more of being on your toes and knowing your surroundings, watching your surroundings. They have this survival mode, right, that they're almost always consistently in, to where no matter where they're going in their environment, in their situation, they're constantly checking, they're constantly watching. It's a little stressful. It gets a little bit hard for them to relax. On the other side of the tracks, you get people who were born in more of or growing up in more of a plus environment. And so it's easy for them to relax. However, whenever it comes to situations where you need that survival mode and that survival instinct, they're lacking. So they have to learn that.
Right.
You know? So each side has to learn from each other.
Yeah.
And which is why I think that is very important for everybody to have somebody from either side.
Right. Definitely.
You know? You can learn a lot.
You can. It's necessary. Some of the simplest things it's not all about education or anything. You could go to the other side of the tracks, to a major city, an inner city. It's something you can learn from everyone. I just want my son to be aware that there is another side. Even worse, it could be worse places than when you saw the Nipsey Memorial. If you ended up there, however you ended up there for whatever reason, what are you gonna do to make sure you're safe? Literally. Like, that's the main goal.
And you gotta know what to do. You know? So I completely agree with you. I think it's great that you're doing that, because some people kind of forget about that side.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, this was my life, you know, and I grew up like this, et cetera, and I'm just gonna make sure that my kids and the people that I'm around don't have to go through that. That's great. However, you learned a lot of valuable lessons in that side of your life that you do need to teach your children, because these things help you get to where you are right now.
Right.
You know?
Right. I had a pretty good childhood. Nobody in my family graduated high school until me, though.
Really?
Yeah.
That's different.
So they really provided for me. Different. I didn't want for anything. My grandmother and my parents raised me, but I was the first person to graduate high school. So I just wanted something different. I wanted to see what I could do. Like, what is college like? I didn't know anybody who went to college. Let me just see if I could go.
Yeah.
You know, I was already smart, so I would volunteer and help the kids, and I was trouble. I got in fights a lot, so like I only got into one college based on my behavior. I had to write a letter about how I'm going to change or whatever the case may be. But me going to college was really an experiment on myself, because I know what life would be like if I didn't go.
Gotcha.
I know what's waiting for me.
You had a representation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I worked all summer, saved my money, went to college. They said, "Oh, you got to buy these books." What? All my money is gone from the summer. But I had nobody to even tell me something that simple.
Yeah.
Who do I know
for
that
sure
even went to college?
Exactly. To tell you ahead of time, like, hey, you know, you're going to need to spend money on this and this and this. Right. You know, you're going to have to prepare for X, Y, Z.
So I would have got 2 jobs that summer, or whatever else I needed to do.
You're a hard worker, man.
Yeah, that really hurt my feelings. You know, that really hurt me. It really hurt me.
Yeah.
I really, you know, I had the books was about $1,500. I had about $2,000. What in the world? What?
Yeah.
Who knew?
Yeah, for sure.
You know, that was going to be my pocket money. My parents already bought me the stuff I needed to go to college. Okay, everybody gave to me. You know, it was a big thing. But for me graduating, my aunt was like, "Well, Melissa, you don't know what you just did. You broke some generational curses here."
Yeah.
And so after me, my brother graduated high school and he went to college, and my cousin did. My other brother. So everybody's been graduating ever since then. And she said, "Well, you know, you just had to break that curse or show people there's another way."
Yeah, that's what's up. How do you feel? That's a lot of weight though on your shoulders.
I pressure myself more than anybody else. Like, it's
we gotta
very
stop
critical.
that. Yeah.
Very self-critical. But how can I stop it?
Because go ahead.
It's things there are things that I feel like I need to accomplish. There are things I need to show my kids. I can't leave these people out here like that. And then there's more that I need to know and grow as a person. And I need to learn to be like in bigger spaces and not be shy or reserved. You know what I'm saying? Things I need to learn that I'm trying to teach them. So
you're shy.
Yeah, I'm really
I can't
reserved.
tell.
Yeah, I am.
But okay, look, I'll say I think that's a winner mindset though. To have drive and a motivation, that's gonna get you somewhere.
It is, but like I'm thankful for everything I have, but I should do better.
You should do better. Think about what you've done though.
I know, but I feel like I should have like some vacation home. Like maybe that's like vacation homes that I could Airbnb. Okay. Or some businesses, things like that. Like I need.
Where are you getting this from?
God gave me these visions. So I think Steve Harvey said you can tell people your visions and they might not understand it, but God gave it to you. So sure. I'm always striving to do better.
For sure.
Why not?
The thing is though, right? One, I love vacation. I'm a Pisces too.
So I'm a little dreamy.
Shout out Pisces. Yeah. Okay. I think that it's great to have it. It's great to have it. At the same time, you have to look at everything that you've done up to this point. You have to look at how far you have came, even looking at your family history. And so you consistently setting goals further and further away from you. Whenever you get your vacation home, then what? You're gonna find something else.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, it's the pursuit of my dreams. Or maybe the American dream, or whatever we live in America, you could say American dream, but I think a lot of people dream.
I hate that.
But I have big dreams.
Of course.
That's just me. Some people are content. Some people I like to travel, some people don't. I'll do things like that. So I have family members that have no interest in it. And that's okay too. I'm not here to impress my dreams on you, but don't try to rain on my party, because this is what I believe I can have one day. I don't know how I'm gonna get it.
Literally.
I don't know the way.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
But when the time comes, hopefully I'm gonna be able to figure out a way, or know the people to show me the way.
I'm with it. Look, I support it. You feel me? I love people who are having ambition, who think more outside the box, who aren't kind of content, you know?
Yeah.
I'm with that for sure. Yeah. At the same time, and maybe that's because I am that way. However, at the same time, and I've been told this multiple times, right, from multiple different people, relax, sit back, and look at what you did, you know?
It's hard, right?
It is hard. It is hard.
Like, you work so hard to do it, and now when you do it, it's like, it's done.
Yeah.
Now, I gotta do something else. Like,
yes.
When is enough enough? And not saying I'm never satisfied, but how can I be content with this when it's a whole world out here? And I
because
could be
you can't
content
have the
with
whole
this,
world.
and people have, it's more you can do. It's so many ways to remix things,
but it's always going to be more that you can do.
Yeah.
You know, J. Cole, and you were talking to me about J. Cole earlier off camera. J. Cole said, there's always going to be something else.
That's my favorite song.
Yes.
I listen to that almost every day.
But you have to love yours.
Yeah. No such thing as a life that's better than yours.
Exactly. Shout out J. Cole. Man, you sound like a great parent.
Thank you. Thank you.
In the sense of, there isn't as much of the controlling aspect. No. Not in the sense of like, you don't care about your child, because you obviously do. But you're supportive. Supportive is a great word,
Thank you, yeah.
And so wherever this young man wants to go, you're like, okay, cool. As long as you're safe is what I'm getting at, But as long as you're safe, okay, cool. I'll support you, et cetera, et cetera.
He has a girlfriend.
Why you put the quotation?
I'm gonna let you have a girlfriend, but we talk about it. He has a girlfriend, and he wanted to go to the movies with her. Okay. But her parents didn't allow it. I was gonna go to the movies though. I will let you go.
Got you.
But I'm gonna sit behind you. Okay.
Behind?
I'm gonna sit in the row.
Why
behind? You want me to sit beside you?
Nah, do like 4 rows up.
No, sir.
Why?
No. We've all been teenagers. You're gonna keep your hands to yourself, okay?
You know what? I give you that.
But I have 4 brothers. I don't have any sisters.
Okay.
So I know kind of how
things go.
Yeah.
For sure.
And then so he told me, he was like, I think I want to kiss her.
He told you that?
Yeah.
Your relationship with your son is admirable.
Yeah, I have to keep it open. Because I know growing up as a child was things I wanted to talk to somebody about, and I couldn't talk to anybody, and so we make mistakes because we don't have the information.
Yeah.
So I don't want him to grow up too fast. That's not what I'm saying, and I don't want to push him out into the world, but I at least want you to be educated. So
I love it.
My friends told me I was a little crazy. I might be extreme. He said, I want a kiss. I said, are you ready to have sex?
At 13?
Yeah. Do you know how to use a condom?
Okay.
He was like, well, what do you mean? I said, well, what do you think is going to happen after you kiss her?
There are steps.
I'm not pressuring him into having sex. I didn't show him how to use a condom yet, but I'm going to show him.
Okay.
Going to show him, okay? Because we're not going to do it. We're not going to do it. I'm going to show him.
Yeah.
But I feel like that was necessary.
Okay.
Because I don't know who told you by the time your first time, or if you knew, or you thought you knew, you might have saw it on a video, but now it's really here.
Yeah.
And I never really practiced. I just bought it from the store. I don't want him to have any diseases as much as I can help, and I definitely don't want a baby for my teenage son because I'm still trying to teach you.
Literally.
You know.
Literally.
And I do see the effects, and there are teenage moms who are successful, and that's not what I'm saying. I just don't want him to go through that.
Yeah.
So prevent it as much as you can.
I'm with that.
You know, it's
even though
more for prevention.
I think that it's good to have preventative measures rather than trying to figure things out afterwards.
Yeah, because if I would have just simply told him how to use it or why. Not saying that he's ready now, because he doesn't give off that vibe, but I don't know.
For sure.
I don't know.
It could be a different person behind, in another space.
So as long as you know what to do with what you got, and you go from there.
Okay.
So nobody told me anything.
Yeah, I didn't really, my mom, and I came from kind of like a single mom background, and so my mom didn't really have that conversation, you know. She worked a lot, but it was not really a thing. So
what did you do? I mean, I
get out on my own. You know?
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't figure out things in life on your own. But some things, if it's a proper way, let me just teach you this.
Exactly.
And now I'm not going to teach him anything else now.
Yeah.
You on your own. But I'm going to
the
teach
extra
you this
stuff
part.
you can learn on your
you
side.
figure that out on your own.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh,
I'm not going to teach you that.
Yeah. And I like that, you know. At least teach him the foundation. That way he is going into whatever situation with adequate knowledge, you know. He's not stumbling and fumbling about.
Right.
You feel me? So I got you. People need to start doing that.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a touchy thing because you do not want to imagine your baby doing that. And I really, this is my child, and I look at him as my baby, but not only are you my baby, but you're going to be a grown man. You're a black male in America. You just can't. You don't have the luxury, and I hate that we even have to teach our children that. But you don't have the luxury.
Very true.
You really don't.
Very true.
I don't care how much you think, how plush you think your life is. There are plusher lives in our same skin tone, but you don't have the luxury.
Yeah.
You know, you could look at a lot of celebrities, a lot of things going on. You don't have it. You don't have that privilege.
Yeah. And a lot of things, your trajectory of life can switch up real quick. You know,
one wrong move, decision, step, direction.
Exactly. So I think that's good that you're being able to implement that.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, hey, some people might have thought that it was a little preemptive, but preemptive measures save lives.
They do.
So being able to have that conversation and him being able to say, hey, I feel like I want to kiss her. That speaks volumes. I can't say this enough. Maybe that'll be the title. But like that speaks volumes.
Yeah.
Because a lot of children, a lot of families don't have that openness of the conversation that they can have between each other. And that openness of conversation allows things to just be transparent. You know? I love it. Yeah. I love it. You're doing a great job.
Thank you. Thank you. That's what our friends say. They're like, you said what? That's great. I'm like, but girl, what are we going to do?
Yeah.
What are we going to do?
Literally. If things happen and I didn't say anything, you would feel worse about that.
I sent you out in the wrong way. You know? I'm going to prepare you in anything as much as I can.
Did nobody prepare you?
No. No way. No way. They let me have a boyfriend without discussing boundaries of a girlfriend, boyfriend. I lost my virginity at an early age. I feel like it could have been prevented. Not that I regret it. He was my boyfriend for a long time. I didn't feel used or anything, but I just wish I would have known better. And like my mom didn't believe in birth control, you know.
That's different.
And so you can't, some beliefs you can impose on your children, and not in their cultures that it works for.
Yeah.
But I don't think she should have imposed those beliefs on me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's true.
What if I don't want to have kids at a young age? What if I am having sex and I get pregnant, and so I just gotta deal with it?
That's true.
That's not fair. I mean, it's not fair. I shouldn't have been doing it, but nobody told me anything else, and everybody at school saying it feels so good.
Yeah.
And you find out the hard way that this is not all that right here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. Somebody did not show me the small print.
Yeah, like what? I'm good.
Yeah, literally.
So yeah, I just feel like you have to prepare.
Dang, that fly like attacked me. Dang. Don't even do that. Don't even.
Nature man.
Don't even do that. Don't even do me, man. Y'all, she was getting on me about the fact that I like being outside. I don't think that. What's wrong with being outside?
It's uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable?
Yeah.
A lot of people could say that, but
in the southern heat.
This is the world that we're in now.
You know, I was thinking about that and like global warming and what would happen.
Yeah.
If I move to another country and you think about like what's the cost of living, I really can't live in a jungle, I don't think. A tribe, could I join a tribe in Africa somewhere? I thought about that.
Why are we talking about tribes in Africa? You know they have whole cities, right?
Yeah, but I would, if something happened in the world, I need to go stay with people that know how to live without
in the jungle,
the
in
city.
The forest. Okay.
It doesn't have to be in the jungle per se, but in a tribe, that's where I would want to be. Okay. Personally, that would be my preference.
Fighting lions and tigers and bears. Yep. I got you.
Bows and arrows. I'm gonna be hot though, but you know, seriously, what would you do if the world collapsed? Where would we go? If we could even have time enough to get across the world, what are we gonna do? Maybe I think about too much shit. But
no, I think that's a Pisces thing because I'm already making plans.
Yeah, like seriously.
Because like my thing is doing my career, right, and then doing this as well, and I also do music and stuff like that as well. And so all these three things I am looking at combining the income and getting a place preferably over in some country in Africa. That way whenever things go to shit here, we're gonna bounce. We're gonna bounce, you know. I'll come back when the dust settles and everything, and we'll see what's up.
Definitely.
You know,
I could be like over dramatic. Even when the air was bad the other few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, now if these people turn into zombies, what are we gonna do? And so I'm telling my cousins, they're like, yeah, I'm just gonna get AIDS. I'm like, well, you didn't watch not The Walking Dead, the Bible, but y'all not gonna try to fight? They're like, no, I probably just fall and they might get me, and I'm just staying in the house.
I'm just gonna give up.
We are not.
Okay, so you're a survivor. I mean, we talked about this. So you're a survivor.
Yeah,
you're a fighter.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not just gonna go. Are you sick? Hell no. And you already dead. And all I gotta do is try to like. It's not that simple because you don't want to get bit, but like you gotta fight. Like you just can't. You can't lay down.
You have enough ammo?
I don't think so. So my cousin
need to stock
lives.
Up on that.
I know my cousin lives.
Okay.
So I'm like, damn, that might be too far to get to if it's
low-key
traffic, you know.
Because you know it's gonna be traffic.
Yeah, and the car stops. So are we gonna like stop our car, jump in another car, jump in another? Like I thought about all of this.
This is not GTA. There are people there.
But you know, okay, on the apocalyptic shows, some people are gonna like abandon their cars. I don't know why they do that.
Well, because look, if traffic is jammed, right, you cannot get anywhere, and the zombies are still coming, you're gonna stay in the car.
What would you do?
I'm gonna leave.
Where you going? You gonna run? How far can you, like, how far ahead can you get? Till you get to, you wouldn't get another car? You wouldn't run till it's like another car, a stranger's car?
Okay, you know how far we would have to get?
You don't know, because we don't know how far it would be.
That's true.
But we gotta make it.
I think the people, low-key though, I think if there is open road, right, at the beginning of this line, right, why is the road not continuing? Like, why are we not continuing to go for it? There's a reason why we're not continuing to go for it.
Why?
because something's up there that's fucked up. Like
So
people
we
can't
should
go
be running
forward.
back towards the zombies, or we gonna run to the unknown?
We're gonna run to the unknown.
Right.
But I can't take the car to the unknown because everything is blocked.
Well, I'm gonna take it as far as it goes.
Okay, for sure.
As whoever's car, I'm gonna take it.
So you're gonna be GTAing it,
Yeah,
you know,
of course.
hijacking
Y'all better
somebody's
get
car.
with it or not. We gonna fight
She
this
said,
out. We
"Get
gonna
out.
love it out. We gotta go.
Get out.
You gotta make it. You
Yeah.
have to.
Okay.
But I think, personally, I think I draw my strength from like, yeah, I have
High
to.
intense situations.
Yeah, or just knowing in general, I can't lay down. I can't give up.
See, I think that's a fighter in you, man.
I refuse.
You were talking about getting into fights in schools, you know, and like, I could see that.
That's how you connected? No, that's
Yes.
not how it went.
Yes.
But,
Yes.
you know, you can't. I mean, we go through a lot of things in life and we battle depression and things really take you down and are really sad and hurtful.
Facts.
But you have a time to cry and then you got to get back into action.
Yeah.
You need another minute, you take it. But you got to keep going. You have to. It's always like Lo said, tomorrow, that's why I love tomorrow. Like, it was a bad day, it was a bad week, a bad month, a bad year, but that's why I love tomorrow. You know, you can't lay down.
Yeah.
You always got to fight.
Okay. You know,
Because what else choice do you have?
I mean, at some point you got to rest, though. You know.
Yeah.
We talked about that earlier. You got to rest.
I put a lot of pressure on myself. You do have to rest. So I go on vacation. Or I go in my room. I play some music.
Okay.
My rest is not always rest, but what feels good to me.
Is music your outlet? Tell me an outlet that you have.
I really like music.
That's the Pisces in you.
That's the outlet for me. Trips are an outlet for me. Reading.
That's different. I love it. Reading.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a fantasy reader though, like so.
What type
Twilight,
of fantasy
Harry
you be reading?
Potter, werewolf, web novel, apps.
Got you.
But I will. The last real thing I guess I read was The Alchemist, and I think I need to read it again.
Yo.
I think I need to read it again.
You know, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm sorry to everybody who is not a part of the collective, but Pisces people love to just bring out just depth that you obviously would not be able to guess whenever you look at this person, you know?
Yeah.
But there's a lot but there's a lot underneath the surface, you know? And the fact that you're even talking about like reading and things along those lines, it almost feels like a lost art. Nobody really does it anymore. The people that do, I generally see are like in their 50s, you know, because they haven't let it go.
Yeah.
So it's like, this is a thing, you know, they have like the bookshelf and everything along those lines. But people in like of a more younger demographic, it's not a thing. It's honestly sad.
Really? It's not?
Yeah, it's not.
I was like a nerd. I was like on Battle of the Books team.
Same.
It's, you know, like,
Yeah.
and we're gonna win this competition
Yeah,
type of thing because I
yeah.
read, but I just enjoy. I could just read fast. I just liked it. It just came to me. So I like
Same.
reading.
I was doing AR points and everything like
the
that.
pieces and the buckets and.
Yeah. Okay. I like the similarities. You know what I'm saying? I see a kindred spirit. We love to see it. You know what? I love to see it. I really want to see, and not that I'm calling for the zombie apocalypse, but I really want to see you fight a zombie just to like.
So I could stab him in the head.
Yeah.
Right
you know,
in the head. Yeah.
See, ooh, the face that she
Yeah, I
did.
already
You know
thought
what I'm
about
saying?
this.
Like,
I thought about this in great detail.
Oh God. Yeah. Okay.
It's me or you.
Is that how you look at life?
A lot of times when in certain situations. Yeah. I'm really a nice, sweet, loving, give you the shirt off my back person.
Really?
Now, like, I'm super loving, so loving. But if I fall out with the person for whatever reason, they tend to question if I ever cared about them at all. So that's like a gift and a curse.
Yeah.
I say.
Yeah.
Because it's like you never gave a damn about me. You act like I don't exist now. Because when you did exist and I appreciate you, you didn't appreciate me. So now I can just wipe my hands of it and I'm done.
Do you easily cut people off?
Very easily.
I can see.
Very, very easily.
That's the problem.
It hurts though. It hurts me. Nobody believes me. Like, I'm really sad I had to do it. But now it's me or you and you're starting to really affect me. So now we can't do it.
How do you deal with that though? Because cutting people off isn't always the best way to handle situations.
How much forgiveness do you have? And at what cost?
I think there's a limit to what you can forgive, you know? But at the same time, like, people are people. People are human.
Right.
You know? And mistakes are going to be made. And so being able to humanize this person allows you to increase your forgiveness.
So I don't humanize them? You are human and you did things that you knew would hurt me.
Okay.
And I should forgive you and welcome you back?
No, I think there's consequences for sure. But maybe cutting them off isn't the best way to handle it.
What's the best way?
It depends on the situation.
Like, still allow you to be in my space, and I know you've wronged me severely. Not like a minor thing, but like if you really wrong me, I should still allow you to come around?
I think a conversation should be had first. Open conversation between both people. Because look, I'm gonna take off the stage for this.
Yeah, because please tell me.
So, forgiveness. Why are we not forgiving people?
Well,
tell me that.
Forgiveness is necessary.
Okay.
Okay, so I just forgive slower than others.
Okay.
If you saw how much I sacrificed, or how much I loved you, or how much I tried to show you, or how understanding I already tried to be, and you know, like, I tell anybody, you can always tell the truth. It's up to people. Most of the time when you tell the truth, no matter how bad it is, people are still gonna accept it, and a lot of times they'll still get with it. You know, so you didn't have to lie to me, or you didn't have to deceive, or you didn't have to take anything. You could have asked. I probably would have gave it to you. So why are we here?
People
and
are
that's
scared.
my thing. Why?
Why are people scared?
No. Okay, not why are people scared, but in my world, if you really know me, why are you scared?
Because at the end of the day, you can know somebody for sure, and this is fine. But you cannot know for sure how a person is going to react. You can still be scared of the consequences that's going to happen. Like, that's the whole reason why people lie. People don't lie just to lie, unless you're a pathological liar.
Right.
But then there's a diagnosis for that. But people lie generally because they're scared of the reaction that other people are going to give them for whatever they're lying about.
But if you knew me, what kind of reaction did you think I was going to give you?
They probably thought that it was going to be a bad reaction.
Why?
Because they know you.
I'm so open. I'm so cool. Like, you could have said it. I asked you. I asked you. So I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's intuition. I don't know what you want to call it, but I feel things.
Yeah, same.
Already before you even
happens.
tell me. I can talk to you on the phone, and you can say hello. And whatever it is, I could feel it. My friends would be like, "You get on my nerves, like you get on my nerves."
Yeah,
like,
it's definitely
I
intuition.
hear it. You know,
it's a sixth sense.
So don't tell me but then they'll tell me I'm crazy over something that I know is happening. I don't know how. I can't tell you. I know it sounds weird, but then when I find out, then I'm wrong.
Well, because
and
look,
I shouldn't be mad.
Look at this, right? Imagine you have a secret. You haven't told anybody. You go and you talk to your friend, and your friend knows your secret. You didn't tell her your secret, but she knows it. It's almost a little bit like an invasion of privacy, to where you did not choose to relinquish this information for your own reasons, but somehow, some way, this friend knows. And you're gonna, if you did not think that your friend had some sixth sense intuition, you would say, you would get mad at whoever somebody told them, because you're automatically assuming, who told you? Why did somebody tell you my business? Etc. Right? And that wasn't the case at all. You know, that invasion of privacy that somebody feels, that's what happens when they're like, you're crazy.
As me invading their privacy.
Of course, because you're the one invading.
You called me with the mess.
But look,
you said hello to me. Or I might have called you, but you picked up. You didn't. I mean, I don't feel like I'm invading your privacy, but I can understand your point, how they could feel. But I didn't mean to.
Of course.
So you're saying I should keep it to myself?
No.
Then I feel like I'm cheating my friend or whoever. Now I know something. Maybe not exactly, but now I know something, and I didn't say it to you.
But look. Just because you know something, does that mean that you have to say it?
No, but if it's somebody you care about and you know it's something affecting them,
let them tell it to you on your own time, on their own time. If you let them,
that's a new concept for me.
Because look, if you just said, "Hey, this is a comfortable, safe space for you," right? Eventually, they're gonna go and they're gonna talk to you about it, just like your son. Everything works in cycles, right? It's mirrors of itself. So your son, you have created a open, safe environment for him. So you didn't exactly, but have you created a safe and open environment for your friends, for them to feel like, okay, cool, I don't have to feel like I'm gonna get pressed about XYZ situation. I can tell this person about my situation whenever I feel like I'm ready enough to address this with her.
No, I have not, since you put it this way.
Okay.
Since I'm invading their privacy and might not be ready. I never thought about it. I don't make them tell me, but I say, hey, what happened?
For sure.
Something is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Something is right. Are you this or that?
Mm-hmm.
You know, whatever the case may be, and they'll be like, oh my God, how did you know? Or even like I've been in relationships, and I could talk to my boyfriend on the phone, and I could tell he cheated.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And he'd be like, what? You're crazy. But I just know.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean you're making it? I'm not making this up. I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
If you are, it's not okay, but we don't have to be together. We could take some time apart.
Yeah.
No. You're crazy.
See, just leave it. Just leave it. Maybe you should practice restraint. Have you thought about that?
No. Because I never thought I was invading. Because it came to me.
Yeah, but it comes to you for sure. And there's nothing wrong with checking on your friend and saying, okay, hey, you know, there's something wrong. Mm-hmm. There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
But I think if you start pressing your friend, then there's the wrong. Because checking up on somebody is perfectly fine. Everybody appreciates being checked up on. But when you're starting to get pressed, you get a little bit offended, right? You get a little bit antsy. You get a little bit hyped up because you're like, yo, like, if I don't want to say this to you, I'm not going to say this to you. Why do you keep, like, saying, hey, asking for something deeper? You know? If I was ready to give something deeper to you, after that first initial, hey, like, are you good? I would give it to you.
I mean, I guess. I'll try it. I'll let you know how it goes.
For sure.
That never crossed my mind that I was being invasive.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like it's friends, family, or loved ones, and I hear something in you. And it's not always bad, but I hear it. I can feel it. I don't.
Let me go ahead and say that this is a gift, right? Because we're going to go ahead and not diminish that. There's nothing wrong with your gift. It's just the way that you go about showing your gift, you know? You can have all the knowledge in the world. That doesn't mean that everybody's ready to hear it. Just go back to zombies, right? Let's say the government actually knew that there were zombies. There's zombies in Asia, right? And we don't know over here in America. They ain't gonna tell us nothing.
We're gonna
why?
be asked out. We're gonna panic.
For sure.
We're gonna be asked out. But if you would have told me, and I could have prepared for where I wanted to go or what I wanted to do.
That is true. But what does the government say? They're gonna wait, right? And they're gonna say, okay, cool. Do we have this situation? Are we sure that nobody else can handle it? Honestly, let's try to go ahead and handle it before we tell anybody. Because the thing is, if we tell people, right, where the zombies are not even right now, right? They're all the way across the Atlantic or Pacific. I don't know which ocean. But regardless, they're all the way across there, right? And we don't even know if they can get over the ocean. There's no reason to tell them right now. Right? If we see that they're coming here, and so our people are going to be in imminent danger, then okay, cool, let's tell them. And so we can apply that same situation to your friends, where there's really no reason, right, to tell them right now. Now, if they're going in a direction where you see, okay, cool, like I need to tell them because I need to warn them. Warning is different from just relaying information. Right?
Yeah. Because
warning means that you are trying to save them from something that could harm them.
Okay.
You over here just saying information is not going to harm them. Like
just saying information.
Exactly.
Hey, I know. I understand.
Exactly.
But I feel like, do you need some help? Like, you know what I'm saying? I know something just happened. You need some help? You need me to come pick you?
But look, are we not grown adults?
We are.
Okay. So, is everybody capable of getting their own help?
To a certain extent.
Okay, for sure. So why are you taking it upon yourself to say, hey, like, do I need to give you help?
Because I'm always trying to, like, help and fix people and things.
See, look, I'm the same way, or I was the same way, right?
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
How did you stop it? How?
From having this talk with myself.
Giving a fuck.
stop giving a fuck. I do give a fuck. But the thing is, like, I can't give more than a fuck than you give about yourself. And so I had to learn that, where the situations and the friendships that I had, I could see, okay, cool, you know, this probably isn't the right person that you need to be with. This probably isn't the right situation that you're putting yourself in. But that's not my place. You are your own person. You're gonna go through life as however it's gonna go. If I go in and I try to put baby ramps around every single thing because I see that this isn't gonna work out, I'm controlling you. And you don't know that I'm controlling you, but I'm controlling you, because you could have fell down those steps, right? And even though, yes, I saw that you were gonna go down those steps, if you wanted to go down them, who am I to tell you not to go down them? I can say, okay, cool, you know, there's something there, right? But I'm not gonna stop you if you wanna go down there. Now, as a friend, what will I do? When you go down there and you skin your knee, I'll be there and I'll say, okay, cool.
And no. And see, no, I'm not doing it.
Why?
Because I would have told you, it's gonna hurt. You wanna do this. It's gonna be bad. It's now you wanna go do it. Okay, now you on your own. I thought you should have took your Band-Aids with you before you went to tumble down the stairs.
But that seems isolating.
Why?
Because as a friend, right?
How are you to fix your mess?
No, you're right. But that's what you're doing.
I'm trying to
think about
it.
Exactly, but you're trying to fix it. Right?
Yeah, before it gets bad.
Exactly. Yeah. Preemptive measures, for sure.
Yeah, I'm so for it.
But look, that's their life. That's their life. And so you as a friend, right? And I mean this in the most respectful way.
Yeah, I'm not going to be offended. I'm not easily offended, just so you know.
Love it. You're not their parent. They have to make their own mistakes, you know? As much as you support your child, support your friends. In the sense of, okay, cool. This happened, and I knew that this was going to happen. Be like, I knew that, girl, to be real to you. I knew that guy wasn't for you. I knew that he was a bum or whatever.
I feel like I'm less than a friend if I don't say it in advance.
But look, how does that make them feel about their choices? If
you can go ahead and do it, but if I don't say something, that's not right.
And maybe this is controversial. I don't know.
We'll find out.
We'll find out, for sure. The thing is, right, if I as a friend am coming to you feeling like this is a safe space, and I say, pretend I'm one of your girlfriends, right? And I say, hey, you know, I've been talking to this guy, et cetera, and he's really cool. I think I like him, et cetera. I think we're gonna start dating. And let's say you've seen the guy. We've been out as a friend group before, whatever. And you're like, nah, girl, like, that's a bum, like, or, you know, I really don't think that he's right for you, or he seems like he's part of the same situation or same type that you fell in before, et cetera, right? How does that make her feel, or me feel? For me
like
feeling,
I'm judging your relationship and what you like.
Exactly.
But I don't say that. But I get what you're saying. I get it.
You know.
Practice.
You know.
Being more mindful. I think I should just keep it to myself. As bad as I want to tell them and help them,
for
just
sure.
keep it to myself.
For
what I'm feeling or thinking, and just be there in the end. Like, I might as well not tell them that I knew or I felt some way.
Exactly.
Keep it.
Just think of that as a preparation.
Like you're cheating your friends or family if you know something and you don't tell them. You don't think that's like cheating them?
No.
Like, see me, you know the risk. If you went skydiving, you know the risk. We know the risk. We know the possibilities, but I'm still gonna do it. But maybe I can't impose what I like on other people.
Exactly.
I would like for you to tell me the risk, and then I'm gonna say, okay, I'm gonna do it anyway. Then we cool with it, and it's easier for me to be there for them though. And they say, yeah, I know how you feel or what you think or what happened, but I'm gonna still deal with them. But I get what you're saying. So.
Exactly. Because like you said, you can't impose how you feel on other people.
Yeah.
But just let your friends know, when you're dealing with me, this is what I would like you to do.
Yeah. For sure.
Maybe a conversation should be had with your friends of, hey, whenever you run into these situations, what would you like me to do?
I want to be your patient. Sign me up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it.
You gonna try it?
Yeah.
Okay, for sure.
For sure. Thank you.
Of course. Anytime. Well, not really anytime, but like,
Yeah, hey.
Yeah. But see, these types of conversations are needed to be had.
Yeah.
Because it's easy to go through, and I'm a victim of the same thing because I'm human as well. And so, yeah, without realizing it, and you can feel like you're doing the right thing, but whenever you are the person doing the things, it's very easy to get blinded by your perspective. And not really take other people's in consideration. And that doesn't make you a bad person or a bad friend or anything along those lines. But you're human. And of course, you're living life through your lens. So it's honestly a big ask a lot of times whenever you have to put those lenses away and put on a different one, because you're used to yours. It's like you have your specified contacts, right? And it's going to be a little uncomfortable if you put on some glasses that are not your prescription, But at the same time, that doesn't mean that you have to look through them the whole time because it's going to hurt your eyes.
Right.
But you look through it to see their perspective. To see, okay, yeah, it is kind of blurry up close. I know how to handle things now, knowing your vision is bad up close.
Good stuff. I'm going to try. I just have to practice it.
For sure.
I just want to absorb what you said, so I'm going to have to practice it.
For sure.
In our next session, I'll let you know.
Yeah, I got you.
Our first session, I'll let you know how it went.
Okay, I'd love to see it. Growth is great.
Yeah.
I think one of the mosquitoes bit me. But
no, they didn't. No, they did not.
It stung a little bit. It's fine. It's nothing crazy. I still like the woods. I took a visit up to New York for a little bit. Hated it. It smelled. There's just nothing but concrete and buildings. Everybody's just hustling and bustling and stuff like that. I'm not with it. Like, there's no calm. I'm a very calm person, if you haven't told.
I love the peace the trees give, but my parents are from New York. So my grandmother still lives there. So like every summer and holiday, I would go stay with her. So I can adjust to it. But personally, I don't want to raise my kids there, and I didn't want to live there.
Yeah.
Only because I do want a little quiet sometimes.
Yeah.
And I need space. There's not space in the city. I love the personal space that doesn't go along with me.
Yeah.
But if the apocalypse came, I don't know if I would live in a jungle. I would want to go stay with a tribe, like in the desert. Excuse me.
The desert?
Somewhere in Africa, like in the desert, like where it's a few trees, not too many. Just put me out there. At least I could see if it was a snake or a big crazy spider.
But the heat,
something. I know. But they got little huts. I'll be in my little hut.
I don't know, man.
They do.
I don't know if I'm really with the huts.
I really watch different tribes.
Really?
And I imagine if I could live with them.
You have this grand imagination.
It's not an imagination. It's real. People
No. For sure.
If I would do it, though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, I think about all types of things.
You even having your beach houses and stuff along those lines, like, this is imagination first before you can make it reality. And so you have this grandiose imagination that kind of rules or motivates your life.
Yeah. Shoot for the moon, land on the stars, shoot for the stars, land on the moon type of thing. But I do believe in manifesting and prayers and universe. I am a Christian though, but I do believe in manifestation and things like that.
How do you blend manifestation with Christianity?
Well, you kind of...
Because I used to be a Christian.
So, I believe it's truth in all of these religions, personally.
Okay.
I went to private school when I grew up, so I'm not a Catholic. I was Christian, but I went to Catholic school.
Okay.
So that confused me because I'm at school and I'm doing mass and I'm doing the 12 stations of the cross and the rosary, and then I go to church and we running around and we're just screaming. So that was they're talking about marrying God, Father. You know what I'm saying? It's differences in the Ten Commandments. They talk about it at church, but it's not a big staple like in Catholic school with the sisters and the priests, and it's just a different look. Catholics look different from Christians.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For
so
sure.
that was different for me. I was going to be a Muslim one time.
Wow.
I went to Juma, and I didn't like it.
Why?
Because the women got to sit in the bag. And I really couldn't hear the imam, however you want to say it. I really couldn't hear him. And I really didn't think it was fair. Do you think we don't have an opinion?
Yeah, for
but
sure.
then when you look at some of the rules, depending on how strict, if I was to get married, how strict my husband would be to the Quran, it wouldn't work.
It's not your lifestyle.
No.
Got you. Honestly, I can understand that, and every religion isn't for everybody.
Right.
So not knocking those who are a Muslim.
No, not at all.
However, some people just don't feel that lifestyle.
Right. Right.
So I think that's good. I think that's good that you're able to go in and see, okay, cool. My personal ideologies and stuff like that don't match.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. But how do you blend Christianity and manifesting? Because manifesting, I think it comes more as a form of prayer, for Christians.
Yeah. So if we just take those three religions, there are differences, but there are similarities. We have to know that everything in the Bible may not be factual. You know what I'm saying? You can believe this. And you can't really, I don't talk to Christians about it because they're going to stand.
For sure.
Muslims are going to stand and Catholics are going to stand.
Yep.
But if you really study, you have similarities and I can believe those, but there are some nuances and you have to be willing to accept it and understand that's possible. You know what I mean? So I can't really go off of something that was fully man-made, handwritten. Everybody, probably didn't mean to lie, but they're going to add what they want to as the author for you to read. They use religion to control nations and races of people. But this is a religion, so are you using this to better me or to control me? Yeah. So I pick and choose on what I choose to believe, what I want to practice, so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Some people might get mad at that. Say you're cherry picking.
Why?
Because, and I'm gonna be the opposite side, but some people might say, okay, cool, you're only picking the things that you personally want. Things that you personally want to believe in, things that you personally already feel that you do, et cetera, and the things that might be a little bit uncomfortable or the things that you might not agree with, you say that it's not factual.
Such as?
Okay. So, I used to be a Christian, so I know a little bit. The wife, or the man being the head, right? So the wife following under the man.
Well, that's in Islam too.
Okay. And how do you feel?
I don't mind it.
Okay.
I'm not. I would want to be submissive. Like, I am more of a submissive person, so I can see it.
Really?
I don't care.
Oh, okay.
I prefer it like, oh, you want to take care of it? Go ahead. I don't gotta worry
really?
about it. Yeah. But if you're gonna take care of it, now you better take care of it.
Yeah, I think that's the thing, though.
So I gotta be able to really trust you. But yeah, definitely.
Damn.
No, nature man. No, nature man. Please keep this.
That is hilarious, bruh. That is hilarious.
No, nature man. You wanna be out here? Okay.
No, why he attacked me like that? That is crazy. You're right on the face. I am in their face. I like that you said that. Because I can't get mad at them. Me personally, I don't get mad, but it takes me by surprise. Yeah. Especially he was big, juicy. Yeah. He was been munching. You know what I'm saying?
They're here for you.
Yeah, apparently. But being submissive, that's a thing that you would prefer.
Because I live a life and I'm not submissive, and it's just I'm single. So so I don't have anybody to submit to, and so sometimes the day in and day out it gets overwhelming. So if you want to handle that and then I support you, great.
Yeah.
Great. I don't have to stress myself out about it.
Yeah.
Or put all this extra, figure it out, move the squares around, make the puzzle fit. Sure. I'll follow directions.
Because it kind of takes the pressure off of you.
Yeah. Definitely.
And that's the thing that you kind of struggle with, though, of having pressure on you so much. Having another person might be able to divvy that load up a little bit. I got you.
And I mean, I don't think I'm always right, so I'm definitely willing to listen.
I like that.
Yeah.
Some people are very stuck in their ways.
It gets you nowhere.
Literally.
Nowhere progressively.
I mean, I think that's even in the phrase. If you're stuck in your ways, you literally can't go.
You can't.
You know,
you can make things can stay the same.
Mm.
They will stay the same,
Mm.
but you can't grow. Like, you really can't go but so far if you're not willing to change one or two things, tweak something, try something. You have to.
Exactly.
That's not gonna work.
We love to see it. We love to see it. I think you're on a really good path of like growth. You know, personally.
I question it a lot.
Why?
You don't know if the path is right or wrong till some time.
True.
But there are signs that you
Exactly.
get from the universe or people that you're going the right way. You got to be able to read them though, or recognize them.
Yeah.
So
that's another thing though. Christians don't usually talk about the universe. There is no universe. I mean, there is scientifically,
right?
But it's God.
Yeah.
You know, different nuances and different things that mean.
Christians also know faith without works is dead. So what do you want to call the works? Your work, of course, but what else works with it? You can pray all day, but faith without works is dead. So it requires some type of energy, some action, some thought, some ideas, something. It requires something.
I'm with you on that.
And you have to give that out, you know.
Yeah.
But you can not believe what I'm saying. But you get, they say karma, or you get what you get back what you put in.
Yeah.
If you put in positive thoughts and positive things to the universe, the world, the environment, you will get some bad things, but you'll get more positive than anything else.
For sure, because there's a balance.
So what is that?
You're not speaking to me. You're not speaking to me, but yeah.
In general, what
literally,
is it?
Literally. And that's the thing, though. Like, I think that it is easy to get blinded by your particular ideologies, blinded by your religion, and not see the mirrors.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Because being able to see everything allows to be able to expand your knowledge, expand your consciousness, expand your perspective. If you are, and this is just my personal take, if you are gung-ho in this particular religion, you're only going to get that perspective of that religion. You know?
That's why religions stay separated.
Very true.
Because the leaders know, people know, whether you choose to accept it or acknowledge it, when they first started, I want to be a Muslim, I want to be a Buddhist, I want to be a Christian, you know that we exist, you know what we believe, you know we have similarities, but you want your people to stay with you, keep it in your community, so you don't want them to really know about another religion.
Yeah.
Like the Jewish people in New York, they live in their communities. The kids go to the Jewish schools. I mean, they might go to some other schools, but they stay within themselves. You get what I'm saying? Like, but that's not always good.
All right, well, I loved having you as a guest.
Thank
it was
you.
A great conversation, for real.
I love the interview.
Really? See, we love to see it. All right, so thank everybody for watching. If you're watching now, if you're listening now, man, it's been a long ride. But I loved every second of it, man. Thank y'all for coming to another episode of Chat It. For all y'all watching listening on any streaming platform, on YouTube, etc., make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good jazz. And yeah, see y'all again. Peace.